All right, let's proceed.
Are you prepped and ready?
Yes, let's move.
Good. Then we are off.
Tia, what about the side quests?
We are depending on you, Maria. Please transport us to Solaris and the Seibzhen.
Unfortunately, there's
Didn't
not
tell me
much
to do
at this
anything.
point.
I'm actually surprised that there's not many side quests given how much other stuff they stuffed into this
Seibzhen
game.
is ready to go anytime.
Honestly, I will say this. If they made stuff like Maria stuff a side quest and made her an optional party member, that would definitely have, lessened the critiques I have about her story sequence. But since it is part of the main story, it does get critiqued as such.
Seibzhen, let's go!
Oh, yeah.
This is happening.
Now is absolutely the perfect time to drop everything and go on a side quest.
Hey.
Oh, wait, shouldn't we slow down Maria's descent? Otherwise that could hurt.
Whee!
No, remember, she has reactors and everything.
Remember, I have magnets on my shoes.
And then the reactor malfunctioned and Maria died.
No, Seibzhen is a competent machine.
Thank goodness she must have magnets on her boots that keep her from being blown
I'm
off the
coming,
head.
Solaris. Seibzhen and I shall be the Dark Wings which carry you all to your deaths.
That
Ooh,
is
dang, girl.
Scary.
Oh gosh,
See,
this child.
See, Jova, I told you Maria was a badass.
It's the phrase of Sentai Spider-Man. I'm the emissary from hell.
Thank you for calling
I
him
need
that,
to finish
so,
watching that.
It's amazing.
Remember, Shua, it's
Sentai Spider-Man has the perfect way to keep his identity a secret as well.
He wears a mask under his mask under his mask under
It's
his
like
mask.
Akashi from Naruto.
Yeah.
This is the barrier. Please, Seibzhen.
Barrier.
Barrier!
Barrier. A graph field is opening. The space distortion correction is starting.
Jesus Christ.
Those are
Hell,
words!
Sci-fi lingo.
Technobabble away!
But yeah, Shua, it's like Hit Girl in Kick-Ass. It's that appeal of having a little girl be very aggressive with the way she talks and everything.
Thankfully, she's not a thing.
There we go.
Yet.
Also got a hit go.
Well, Hit Girl doesn't even have any kind of romantic relationships anyway.
And yes, we're upside down because the gravity of Solaris is a bit all over the place.
That's not silly.
Yeah,
looking
I've
at
noticed
all.
with the way everybody's trying to get on there.
It's dangerous to move in a big group. We'll take separate routes.
Right.
So what happens to everyone else?
Oh god! And then she.
For some reason,
Hey,
Hammer
don't worry!
decides to-
I'm good at gathering info!
Okay, I understand it, but Hammer, could you at least said it beforehand?
Also, Hammer,
You're
where have
just
you
like-
been all this time?
You just like to watch others' misery. You'll just get in the way.
I did mention it before, and I'll mention it again later.
I know, he kind of disappears, but he was on the Yggdrasil.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
table room.
Yes, what is it?
The disorder Seibzhen caused when breaking the gate was almost cleared up. You and everyone else must leave before the enemy detection system activates again. We will take care of the rest.
Totally.
Okay, be careful.
When are we never
Alright, then.
careful?
Well,
Okay,
let's see.
and
You
then-
want
and
it in
then she can-
alphabetical order or chronological order?
Seems like the world's upside down. It's creepy.
You don't say.
Solaris gravity is the opposite that of the land.
That's stupid.
Don't you mean off that of the land?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Richard,
No, sorry, she's extremely pretentious.
Richard.
No time to correct that. I still have like 200
Big
pages to
coffee
translate.
We don't have time to explain. You'll get used
Yeah,
to it.
exactly. See, thanks, Ellie. I don't have time to explain.
It's uncomfortable to us on the surface at first.
We're allergic
It's
to common
Hey,
sense.
what's this?
Bad grammar. It looks like some kind of storage or distribution center. I'm not sure, but
Let's blow it up.
Well, we
yeah, who cares
Hey,
what it is?
Hey,
Blow shit up.
hey, calm down, Mega Man.
It's probably used to ship off extra supplies, materials, and fuel gathered from the surface.
Is it
Again,
just me,
blow it
or
up.
does the music sound surprisingly upbeat for what's apparently
That's
the enemy
because
fortress?
we forgot to actually, remove it after we got discharged here.
Whoops!
These are the technology and products you land dwellers receive from the Ethos.
Remember, the Ethos was really filtering all that
For
stuff.
now, shall we gather some information?
I love how funny it
There
looks
we
with
go.
them just being upside down while discussing this.
Yeah.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
And then Citan turns to Faye and Elly. Oh,
This is a container for the transport system Elly was talking about.
Possibly.
Pedro,
Pedro?
could you take this?
well, I'm not sure, but I think I've seen this before.
The background too light, Shiroi?
It's too busy.
Shall we take a look?
It's because for whatever
Hold on.
reason they changed the. Okay. What are you saying? We don't have time for that.
There's always time for searching.
We have to get out of here quickly. So yeah, chop chop.
Didn't you say we had to gather information?
Actually, Citan was the one who said that,
Probably
not me.
sneak in using this thing. Oh, fuck!
Dang it!
Faye.
I swear, Faye, it never fails with you.
That's Faye!
Hey,
Must
wait.
probably be a
2 minutes
doctor.
after Jovo's like, when have we ever not been careful?
Anyway, what were you about to say, Pedro?
It's because for whatever reason during that part they changed the background from black to blue for some reason. I don't understand why.
Maybe they wanted you to see the wonderful background that they worked on underneath it for some reason. See, look, now
You
it's
know what?
back again.
Sometimes I get that.
Sorry, go on, Shiroi.
You know, sometimes that's actually what I've thought for a while now is that they do deliberately make the backgrounds, not a solid color because there's a background to look at.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
But
dun,
it's like I'm trying to read, bro.
dun, dun,
But,
dun, 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 dun.
But yes, this. Welcome to the 3rd district.
No, can't handle it anymore.
What's that?
And we literally start.
Something's wrong
that's-
with all of you! Working like machines day after day! You have no will! This isn't living! This is... Stop it! Let go! No! Let me go!
I'm not owned.
I'm walking
not
in
owned.
midair! Ah!
Yeah, let this be a settling for how Solaris loves to treat its citizens.
And Faye's just like, well,
Yeah, that happened.
People like that was weird, but still, again, the fact that we literally start with this the moment Faye steps in is very deliberate. We're not gonna get better from here. Let me just warn you on that.
I'm scared.
oh,
For the time being, you have to play this sequence kind of like similar to a sort of a point-and-click, old school point-and-click game. Essentially, visit these different containers until you find the one that has a key item that allows you to progress. In this case, hello there. Lips. Actually, I think it's BRB. Dej.
God, if you're there, please save me.
What the hell?
This person was mutating.
Okay, yeah.
And his house container gets sent somewhere. I hope I never find out where it went.
I wonder.
Hmm.
Could it be that this is like the monster we found in the sewer?
Again, guys, when I was making all the jokes about flying Nazis, I wasn't really joking. Things get fucked up really quickly in Solaris, trust me.
I want to move up a rank to second-class citizen.
Nothing to see here, officer, but
You've got no
bye.
business at the watchtower. Beat it.
okay.
All our fates are tied together. It's malcontents like him that get us all punished. It kills me to think that all our work to raise our block's rank is ruined.
So yeah, that's the thing. Create a climate where a person basically being killed doesn't really raise much outside of potential content for more concern for the block itself, rather than the fact that someone just got murdered.
This would be terrible for the economy. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Rob, because it's basically this guy's palette swap best friend. Timothy?
What? Unfortunately, I'm not Timothy. The name's Samson. I'm actually Timothy's long-lost brother, but hey, I know you!
How do you know me? Who are you?
I'm Timothy's clone from the tournament. Unfortunately, I lost in the first round.
Oh.
I passed out on the way home.
And
when I came to, I found myself here. Everyone else got what they call rearranged. It's a cross between brainwashing and amnesia. But they messed up on me and I can still remember, so I'm keeping quiet about it.
What about that last person?
Yep, him too. Died in Maine. One of my few friends too. Thankfully he's not mutated. I'm not going out like that. You know that guard tower near us? I'm gonna go through it, past the second-class block, sneak into the naval port, and kiss Solaris goodbye.
Sure.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, 'cause I got a pass. They got me working at the naval port. Also, that's why he's not mutating. I'm only supposed to leave when it's my shifts, but I solved that little snag. Hey, why don't you come along? With your power, we'd be set!
Sure.
Right, that's the spirit. But be careful, a female Gebler just came by for some reason.
Huh? Did she have auburn hair?
Yeah, that's her! What, your friends? Come to think of it, she was looking for someone. She still ought to be around here somewhere. You ought to look for her.
Also, Richard, that's the first time I hear that term to describe a color.
So
like
is there any reason...
Did you add a thesaurus?
Is there any reason why Samson looks like Timothy?
Just for that kind of moment of Faye being a bit flabbergasted, but that's literally it.
How can you not be happy with all this? Well, as soon as you're told you'll be promoted, what is there to be discontented about?
Everything! All of this!
Everything is fine!
There's coffee, there's nothing to do with this. Go back where you came from, beep boop.
Sure, everything here is fine!
Nothing is
There
fine!
are no wars in Basing Say after all.
Yeah. Allow me to speak for Richard too. You see what happened was this little pink elephant that has been speaking to me for the past 5 days has taught me that word. So I thought it would be a real cool word to use. What's that? There are no pink elephants? Oh, that's just silly. I've been watching this one for the past 5 days, ever since I stopped being able to even sleep, you know?
If they're pink, they're heffalumps, Pedro.
For the record, auburn is a term can be roughly associated with with copper, which is why it feels more natural with a shade of orange towards brown, that is the shade of Elly's hair. It still feels odd with all of nowhere we dropped that.
And then Richard turns to you and he says, "Well, here's the thing. I don't really like to assume people's species, so."
But yeah, again, the general notion, you get the idea about the general notion. The third district is comprised mostly by people literally abducted from the land dwellers, as Solaris love to call them, that are basically the workforce. Remember what Sigurd and Citan did mention. Solaris does this very regularly because, despite how high and mighty they are, about how superior they are, they still need, to quote slightly Bioshock, they still need someone to clean the toilet. Here's Elly.
Faye?
What a shock, meeting you here.
Huh? Elly!
Faye, you're so careless.
Just for once, can a plan go accordingly for us?
No.
No.
Actually, Zygon.
If you're trying to infiltrate the base, you have to be subtle. This party doesn't do that.
Sorry. Well, where are we?
My house.
No, actually.
We're on the Solaris 3rd class F block.
Mm-hmm.
There's around 20 blocks, each with land dwellers living in them. We Solarians are privy to all personal info.
That's not creepy at all.
In case you forgot, Elly is actually a first-class citizen.
Everyone's DNA structure is inscribed in our molecular on a molecular level. And even their class, you know what these citizens are called?
Low rate people? I don't know.
Lambs.
Well,
No.
Worker bees. It came from the shape of their housing blocks. I was about to suggest that.
It's Hazel over again.
well, I wasn't too far out there.
Sorry, repeat that.
It's Hazel all over again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even remember most of that game, to be honest with you.
Let me put it like
It's
this.
bad.
Let me just sum it up. Oh, go on.
These people provide the manual labor vital to the support of Solaris core.
Basically, Pedro, Hayes is essentially...
No, I know what it is, Joe. I just, it's just that I don't. Like,
It
even
was
though
very forgettable, yeah.
Yeah.
I took a field trip here once long ago. I remember thinking that their lives had nothing to do with me.
Oh, how the tables have turned now, haven't they?
There's also this, again, the Solaris Society is constructed to the perfection so that things like that happens, that the first-class citizens don't even remotely care. It's not even a matter of just being disgusted by the quote-unquote the land dwellers. It's more a thing of actively ignoring the struggles of the lower-class citizens.
I never thought I would end up here like this.
Well, Destiny had other
Which
plans
means
for you.
you should know your way around here, Elly.
Vaguely, we need to escape first.
Also,
God
sorry
forbid
for,
something else comes
practicing my
along.
pose.
I know, right? Yeah, it looked like he was about to get ready to fight.
Oh yeah, where's Doc?
He took a different pod looking for you.
I'm sure he's
Of course he
fine.
did.
Look, I thought it would be much better if we split up to cover more ground.
He may have ended up in a different block.
now we
Also,
gotta
now
find
is
him.
really the worst time of all to split the party.
I am
know,
trying
right?
my best.
They're all
here.
spread out.
It's turning into Scooby-Doo here.
I wouldn't worry about Citan. He knows the city better than I do.
What
Oh,
doesn't
does
he
he?
know better than us?
Have I missed anything?
Faye's being united with Elly.
And Citan took a different path, meaning where we have to find Doc now.
He's taking
And
a different turn.
Citan may
Walker.
know something more than he
I
lets on
wonder if
again.
I wonder if Bart and them made it okay. Don't you mean the others?
You know,
Jessie's with them, so they should be fine.
Oh, I'm sure, Elly. Yeah, let me quote the Dark Heat for this one. So let me get this straight, Citan, master planner and everything. On one hand, you put, you yourself and Elly, the more experience with Solaris, with a team with Faye, and don't worry about this. And on the other, you put the only person with some kind of experience, with some decent experience with Solaris that you put is Josiah, an alcoholic gunslinger, which hasn't been for Solaris for like at least 10 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
Yes,
know
that
what you're
sounds fine
talking
to
about.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
He's an old friend. He's an old friend, and I trust him.
Some with the old friend, Abraham.
Citan! Like, dude, get a clue!
Bruh.
Citan, at this point I'm wondering, are you old friends with whoever's the big bad guy of this all at this point?
I'm sure he is.
Well,
Citan's friends with everyone.
yeah.
I'm a very friendly person, okay?
It hasn't been a very long time, but do you happen to remember Citan talking with someone
Yes,
in the early parts?
the old. Okay, basically All Might with. I'm sorry. All for One without his mask, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And don't worry about this. It's really just Samson saying that he's fine with Ellie, joining in as well. And do you happen to remember what that, All for One character was later labeled?
Yes.
The king.
This is amazing. You know why? Because let me to give you an idea. Here's why a character as stupid as Citan is still incredibly fun, even because of that, compared to someone like Derek from the Swan Princess franchise. Derek's stupidity in those movies is there specifically to force contrived plot points, whereas. For as stupid as Citan is, most of his stupidity helps move the plot forward in productive ways.
I like to imagine that Citan's aware of how he comes off of, but that's just all part of the plan.
Again, keep speculating, guys. Don't worry. Go on, Jova.
From here on, it'll be better if we split. No, it won't. It's a maze, so be careful. Splitting up in a maze.
Again, it's mostly because of a security level, so don't worry about that.
He's gonna die, isn't he?
Well, who knows? Yes, Pedro?
You see? Okay, so see, I'm not the only one saying we should split up.
Citan, just because you're not the only one doesn't mean you're not acting foolhardy.
Okay, this section is also a bit weird because it's the one that's lacking, loading screens in between areas, and it happens only for this one. It's kind of a bit weird.
Well, suddenly we're in Portal.
Are you guys ever happy?
We're happy when you make sense,
with the current state of the world, I'm not sure anyone can be allowed to be happy.
Yeah, also...
Maybe Margie, maybe.
You guys
Let's
need
take care
to
of
stop.
this and move on.
You guys need to stop taking everything so serious. Just be chill, like me.
Yes, because that always works out for you.
This section is slightly stealth because you actively like to avoid those security bots that are running around. It's nothing too big. If you get caught, you're just sent back to the beginning of this particular bit. So it's just a matter of studying their floating pattern and just moving like that.
What are you doing?
You're ordered to withdraw, beep, boop, blah, blah.
Well, okay, I guess we'll have to do what he says.
Again, for a country like Solaris, those bots were surprisingly understanding. So
I know, right?
Yeah, it's like the Princess Peach stealth sections in Paper Mario.
Like, all they did was just show us the door and then let us go. Maybe Solaris isn't that bad. Oh, wait, that's right, yeah. Mutating citizens and sending them off like literal bees to attack the land below.
That's just
that's their problem. Those are the workers' problem. I don't see what's wrong with Solaris at all.
That next year, gonna tell me we're gonna ask you to be unionized.
Well, if they want to be unionized, then they should better get out of here.
Moving on.
I hate society.
That's what we all live in.
Damn it, I was about to. Anyway, it is still a slightly maze, like Samson said, but nothing to worry about. Just take the elevator. Again, just proceed straight from where you are. There are no real forks in the road. The trick is the fact that the environment might look similar, but once again, this is where your compass comes in handy, because, even if a room looks similar, your compass does help you. There we go. Jova?
Oh, right. Not bad.
Wait, you're not a Gazelle. What are you going to do?
Gazelle.
Sorry. Gazelle.
Not a problem. I used underground tech to rewrite my ID.
My name is not
ID.
Gazelle.
Oh! He got toasted!
Again, you cannot hack Solaris tech. Tell me you're gonna destroy.
Hey!
Oh. It's useless to do that.
Huh. Well, that was Samson, everyone.
That's okay. I'll just use my edit.
Again, the game is making a point too.
You won't be able to get through without either a first-class citizen ID or a military ID.
But not Samson.
Then why
He
did-
was such an important NPC. Damn you, Solaris.
Where will they ever learn?
Arif
Then
Steph
what are we
has
going
nothing
to
on
do?
this.
Well, we can't just stand here.
Oh yeah, well Samson's
I mean,
dead,
I mean,
so
I mean,
anyway.
I mean, you can't go around the side.
Actually,
Squeeze
no,
through the
doesn't work like that.
Gain jump over.
I guess
Hold
it's
on.
going to have to be all or nothing.
Doesn't work out.
You'll
We'll
die.
worry about it later. Is that what you're saying? You're kind of sounding like Bart.
Hey, what's the problem with that?
How rude. It's not like I always go in without a plan.
Really? You're gonna do Bart dirty like that?
Yes.
Come on, like that's not quite how Bart operates. honey.
Dunking on Bart is essential.
Wait. What the? Wait. It said. Oh, okay.
First
never mind.
class citizen, Gazelle confirmed. Please pass through in an orderly fashion. We can get through.
She can get through, I'm not sure about you.
What's wrong?
I'm stuck.
Huh? Well.
Essentially, Samsung got vaporized.
Toasted.
Oh. By this machine here? Or...
Yes.
Hold on, this is important.
You have just confessed to
Hold
being a
on.
traitor.
I've done so much. I'm surprised they haven't labeled me as a traitor yet.
Yeah,
You
that-
have
Oh.
just confessed to being a traitor. Exterminate, exterminate.
Actually,
Yeah,
that is a
that-
good point.
yeah, that is actually surprising. I think it's because we haven't reported it.
Though,
They
doesn't
can
this
probably
mean
I
that...
doubt
pay
it.
you right
To the
now.
gambler, it would be like admitting failure and all.
Although, you gotta admit, this means that Ellie went in expecting to die like Samson did.
I hope so.
It's more of a case of if we don't try it. Anyway, let's go.
But yeah, sir, Samson literally got toasted and kind of fell apart Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot
this,
style.
Okay. Stay very close to me.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
That way, it shouldn't pick up your presence.
Someone
Pretty
who weighs
faulty
heavy.
machine
Someone,
if it can get tricked like that.
someone who weighs
we go.
heavy. Someone who weighs heavier than the person I just checked out. Okay.
But I mean, okay, I know it was supposed to be tragic, but the way Samson died looked like a Crash Bandicoot death. Right down
I
the
missed it.
Second scan. There you go.
Basically, he became all black and then just kind of disintegrated like Crash
Yeah,
does.
these are-
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the second class citizen. Okay, place. Sorry.
I'm an Imperial Special Forces Lieutenant, Elia Van Houten.
Elahim van Houten. Yeah, again, German stuff.
I am the cousin of Milhouse.
Again,
Van Houten.
flying sky Nazis.
Yeah, she's Milhouse's cousin.
I have just completed the collection of the very special levy of the 3rd class level.
My God,
Sorry,
you're
but that's-
late.
sorry,
We
but
assigned
that's
that years ago.
Coruscant, that not go respond. Waiting, I
Yeah.
declare you under arrest.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
I
you
am
don't
now in
have
the
enough-
process of I am now in the process of taking the surface dweller back to HQ. Any problems with that?
I'm sorry, but you do not have enough. You do not have,
Sorry, clarification.
you do not have enough certifications to advance to the next level.
Wait, what?
14 reference.
No problems. Please, go on. The one behind you is the Gambler. I heard the lambs destroyed the gate. Is everything okay?
questionable.
It's questionable.
Wow, now. Quit joking, that's impossible.
Everything, again, everything is just you see just fine. Well, everything is just fine in hunky dory in the second class citizens.
Here in
Sorry,
our
sorry.
walls we are safe. Here we are free. There is no war in Bossing Say. Not again. This is why I hate government offices.
Bureaucracy, am I right?
This is the problem with government offices.
All right, let's take the door.
Yeah, why are you jumping around?
Exercise.
again, welcome, more properly, to the second-class citizenship. The change of music is intentional, by the way. This is, if anything, it is more similar to that moment in Mother 3 where the characters arrive in Newport City.
We're now accepting data for the marriage service. The Central Control Bureau will pick the very best match for you. Our motto is, good matches make good descendants. We are the seed that came from it, so of course we are the best.
Man.
So basically you play Fire Emblem and decide to match people to get the best supports?
Let's go with that, sure.
You look rather odd. Third-class citizens should dress more appropriate.
Again, the game is on making another point.
What do you think of these pogo shoes? They were made from the newest technology. They don't put stress on your spine. They're the best. The Imperial model is a super cool, ultra rare item.
Oh, so they're long fall boots from Portal? Okay.
I love how spunky this music sounds.
Yeah, again, it's to make a point. So yeah, this second class citizens, district is mostly there for you to do even some minor shopping if you want. They actually do sell some decent stuff that you can equip as
Wow,
well.
if second class looks this keen, how cool must first class be?
It's
they
probably
have a very
the
expensive
worst.
gun for Billy, if I want. I was just
Also-
not like to. Sorry, go on, Sherry.
Also, that line, the
It's
first
questionable.
line. No. When we first got here about the matchmaking thing,
Yeah.
there's a lot of eugenics red flags getting the fuck up. in me.
Sherry, what would make you think about that? It's not like this city. This is basically a city full of flying Nazis. Oh wait.
Well, I mean,
Again,
maybe the
Again, like he said, let that moment where the poor guy who actually seems to understand what's going on gets picked up and yated out of a trash chute, be a moment settling kind of thing.
I mean, the
Because-
matchmaking.
It really begs into question, though. If we had been in that house for a little bit longer, we would have been going down with him.
It depends, potentially. Again, the key the success of a mission is to act in secrecy, obviously. So, but again, it still feels some things are not matching up, as you can imagine, as the characters even pointed out. The fact that Elly's ID is still certified, despite the fact that she has been essentially defected for quite a while now, if you think about it.
Although I have to say, the matchmaking in this world sounds a lot better than the matchmaking in the real world. Basically, I did the Room Factory 5 matchmaker thing online, and apparently, according to the people who made that, I'm a gentle soul, but my match is a succubus.
Sure.
Huh. So Morrigan?
No, it's Room Factory 5. There's a character named Blood Miller.
How nice.
Why do I always end up with the succubus?
You poor,
Music is very
poor
unnerving.
soul.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, later on, the Mother series will use this also to an effect for Newport City to represent. It's delivered to represent the more jovial and excessive kind of lifestyle that these people are having, in stark contrast with the little ghetto that is being enforced upon the third-class citizens.
That's the thing. Even the third class. Okay. It definitely
And
had a
mind
more
you,
downtrodden
this is still
thing,
the
but
technological city. Again, remember, the land dwellers, all the people who live under it, in Ave, Kislev, and Akui, for example, all they are stuck with is very old tech, savage in a kind of a primitive kind of way. So again, the Solaris is hoarding everything onto themselves. They use the ethos to filter all the good stuff for themselves and giving the table scraps to the land dwellers. And even so, they severely, filter also their own citizens, complete with the whole, eugenic matching that Shiri noticed too. So, and trust me, we're not even close with the bullshit that they actually get away with.
Honestly, considering some of the stuff they've thrown out throughout this game, I'm not entirely surprised anymore. It's more like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is a bad civilization.
No, everything is fine here.
Only the boldest statements on each channel.
Exactly.
That is the spiciest
But yeah, at
take.
least the citizen is very gentle. He's allowing us to use his memory cube. It's not like the Solarian government is actually using these to collect data. Yes, I would like to remind you that a game made at the end of the 90s, way before the whole internet explosion and everything, already was theorizing of the government using online services for common citizens to spy on them and gathering all their data.
And people thought that Kojima was the wise one.
Again, this is the worst. This is the worst ending possible. But artwork for the day before we actually sign off. A set of sketches concerning Faye, and showing a couple of more expressions, complete with a small Elly on the left.
Honestly,
That's
I
cute.
wonder, do you think we could ever get, like, probably not a movie, because I'm guessing you probably wouldn't be able to tie
rumors back in the early 2000s. There were rumors that Square might have done an OVA centered around specifically the SCWRM era, using the concept that they had left to do it. But they were debunked. Those were actually debunked quickly. They were just rumors. In that kind of sense.
Do you think we could ever get like a movie or maybe series based off of Xenogears?
I wouldn't mind an anime series. Square seems to be having a small and a bit troubled, admittedly, resurgence of giving anime to their products. So we'll have to see actually how they turned out, the ones that they had in program. I wouldn't mind, and like I said. Square is not acting like they forgot that this game exists. I will reveal specifically in how which doing the credits, so don't worry about that. So who knows? At this point, I'm kind of prepared to anything. But anyway, tuning for the next time, where we just continue to see how charming of a place Solaris is. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.